Yo, what's going on, guys? It's the one, and we are back with Etheria Restart. So the devs have put out a dev talk video, so we're going to take a look at this and see what's in store for season 2 of Etheria Restart. And side note here, I prefer these video formats to delivering information about the game than just reading about a post on Twitter or on the official Etheria page, right? I prefer these type of video formats as it's just a clear way that the devs can have that direct communication with the player base. But I digress. Let's get into the video and see what's coming in season 2.
The snow falls as the horn of the winter crown sounds its call. Some have been poised for this moment, waiting to reclaim the throne. Others thought victory was guaranteed, yet were unaware they had already been outsmarted. The winter battlefield is charged with uncertainty and unforeseen variables. No one can claim.
Just want to pause it real quick. I just want to say that they do not disappoint when it comes to the animations for these like characters that are upcoming and like their PV trailers and stuff. They do not fail. So yeah, I just want to give them their props where it's due. I'll be real, guys. I don't know the point in the MC having a costume. Like, I don't know why we're trying to make costumes for the MC when you rarely see the MC in combat, right? Outside of like tower mode, right, where you actually have to run around, or the Dreamscape event, right? You rarely actually run around as the MC. So I don't really see the point in giving the MC skins, right? Like, you only really like benefit from having a skin is in maybe the main story, the main story quest. But even then, the home screen costumes are different to the battle costumes, right? So it make more sense for it to be a battle costume, if anything, right? I feel like what we need for the home screen is like a different design for the background entirely. Like, instead of being in the room, like we're in a ring or we're in a different environment, or we could have been like in an icy palace or something like that, right? So like we could be sitting on a throne, icy palace, something like that. That'd be cooler than just us being in a bedroom, right? Because it does get boring after a while. But yeah, that's just some tips or something that I like to see in the game. Let me know if you guys agree down below. For logging in during the event, you get 200 hydro crystals. Okay, that's cool. Two anime prototypes, so that's 2 normal pulls. Prism dice, which is really good. Okay, 2 stamina refreshes, synchron dice, apex only one apex prototype, and a quantum cipher box. Okay, so what I have to say about this so far is the dice is nice. The pulls and hydro crystals are whatever. We already get tons of pulls anyways, so that I'm not really that like crazy. But the dice is nice. But what I'm curious about is this quantum cipher box here. What is in that? So the one is a disorder unit. So I was right. She's gonna be a light dark unit. Okay. Let's see if they show her kit though.
To catch a cunning one, you have to be even more cunning.
Lowen is a defense-based damage dealer centered around the special effect Exaltation. By casting her ultimate, Lowen applies Exaltation to an enemy animus, causing them to be struck by her skill 1 after every action, while greatly reducing the damage they deal to her. Her skill 2 inflicts decreased attack and decreased speed on all enemy animus, dealing heavy damage to those affected by Exaltation. Combined with the taunt effect from her skill 1, Lowen can effectively suppress the enemy's main damage dealers, exerting strong control on the battlefield. Skill 1 deals damage to a single enemy based on Lowen's defense, with a chance to apply taunt for 1 turn.
So based on what they're showing here, I can see she's gonna be a bruiser unit, right? So she's gonna be scaling off of defense. She has taunts, she has speed down. I think she has attack down there as well. And she has like counter attacks where she attacks after every action that the enemy does. So it's kind of similar to Rahu, kind of similar to Holden a little bit. And the fact that she has taunt in there as well is also kind of similar to Lumi Warden Deting. So yeah, I'm really interested in you know, theory crafting later on the different types of teams that she could actually be used in. That's gonna be fun because I mainly play a bruiser playstyle, so I have all the best bruisers in the game built up, right? So yeah, let's see.
If the target's affected by exaltation, the attack will always hit and advance Lowen's turn meter. Exclusive effect.
So I think I'm kind of curious here because I think she's gonna be a good pair with Lumi Warden Deting, right? Because I believe that Lumi Warden Deting reduces enemies' turn meter, and she increases her own turn meter, I think. So I think that would be some synergy there. I'm not 100% sure. I still need to get a better look at her kit and playtest to be exactly sure, but let's continue.
Exaltation. Enemies affected by exaltation deal reduced damage to Lowen, and any debuffs they attempt to apply to her are automatically resisted. After each of their actions, Lowen will immediately counterattack with Skill 1. Skill 2 deals defense-based damage to all enemies, applying decreased attack and decreased speed for 2 turns. If the target is under exaltation, the attack always hits and deals increased damage. Ultimate unleashes multiple defense-based attacks on a single enemy, dispelling buffs with each hit and applying taunt for 2 turns. The final strike always applies exaltation, and if the target already has exaltation, the damage is greatly increased.
Patience is a hunter's greatest lesson.
You sure you want to keep coming closer?
Santic is a support type animus built around critical strikes. His exclusive passive allows any ally who lands a critical hit to recover HP based on their damage dealt, while increasing the crit damage of all allies. His skill 2 is based on their damage allows any ally who lands a critical hit to recover HP based on their damage dealt, while increasing the crit damage of all allies. His skill 2 extends the cooldown of all enemy animus and shell abilities, while applying decreased crit and decreased effect accuracy. Santic.
So based on what we've seen here, I think, and he also cleanses as well. So he cleanses, debuffs, he buffs, he buffs crit rate, buffs crit damage. Yeah, I think he's gonna be really good if you're like into cleave, if you're like a cleave team potentially, or use units that are gonna be doing a lot of cleaving, pretty much, or AoE damage, or you know, that type of stuff. I feel like he's gonna be a really good support unit.
Ultimate cleanses debuffs from all allies, grants increased crit and increased crit damage, and immediately grants him an extra turn. In prolonged battles, he greatly improves team sustain while continuously boosting the team's overall damage output. Skill 1 deals damage to a single enemy and cleanses debuffs from the ally with the most debuffs. If the attack crits, the number of debuffs cleansed increases.
So another thing here, he's gonna be anti-CC. So, hey, my CC players out there like Sean B, shout out to you, Sean. Hey, Santic is gonna be your #1 op right now in PvP when he comes out, because he cleanses so many debuffs by the looks of things. So, yeah.
Increases. Exclusive passive. Whenever an ally lands a critical hit, they recover HP based on the damage dealt, and all allies gain a permanent increase to crit damage. Skill 2 deals damage.
Whoa, permanent increase to crit damage is insane. Just gotta say that.
To all enemies, increases their animus and shell skill cooldowns, and applies decreased crit and decreased effect accuracy. Ultimate cleanses all debuffs from allies, implies increased crit and increased crit damage, and immediately grants Santic an extra turn.
New here.
Says
Hope you've
3
got
animuses
guts.
will be awakened next week. What's that about?
Yep, Awakening is a new feature. We received a lot of feedback from hyperlinkers about non-SSR animuses becoming weaker as more and more SSRs are added to the game. Everyone hopes that many non-SSR animuses could also show off more powerful abilities. Thus, we created the Ability Awakening system. We plan to release 3 animuses who can be awakened each season.
Allowing non-SSR animuses to become even stronger. That seems pretty interesting.
To awaken
Okay, this changes a lot of things, right? This changes a lot of things because right now, if this if this awakening feature is really like if this really like buffs these units up to the level where they can compete with SSRs, then that's gonna make rares and SR units more viable in PvP. Like, I mean, they are already like SRs are still viable in PvP, but not as viable, right? But this is gonna change the meta, and this is definitely gonna change the amount of, or it's gonna increase the character diversity we have in PvP arena, right? Or RTA arena, I should say. So I'm looking forward to this, and it's only 3 SR or lower units every season. So, and I believe the season's like what? A season's like 2-3 months. So I think it's season 3 is 3 months if I stand corrected. Yeah, 3 months. So every 3 months we're getting 3 SR or lower units that are gonna get this awakening. So if this is right here, so I think Turnodot, I think this is RC99, and then we have Sanya, SR Sanya. Okay, interesting.
an animus, hyperlinkers need to go to the Ability Awakening feature and select an animus that can be awakened. Completing their corresponding challenge will get materials needed to awaken the unit. Once the animus meets the awakening conditions, you will see an awakening enhancement tree in their prowess tab. You can use the awakening materials to light up this tree bit by bit.
The enhancement tree provides so many buffs. It's comprehensive.
When the tree is completely lit up, the animus awakening will be complete. After an animus is awakened, besides changes to their base stats, their corresponding skill effects will also be strengthened.
I can't wait to make my animus stronger. Can you reveal which 3 animus will be given awakening this time?
Yes, after the SS2 season update, Turnodot, Sanya, and RC77, a total of 3 animuses will be able to undergo Ability Awakening. What's on the screen now are their corresponding awakening effects.
If it's only one unit that can get the awakening, I'm leaning towards Sanya, in my opinion. She's the only one that I would actually use. And they said that they're not going to change the skills completely. It's just going to increase the skills effects plus increase their stats, right?
In the November update, we launched the Shell Lab event. Hyperlinkers can choose a shell that they want based on their needs, match it with a suitable matrix, and craft it. This event will help hyperlinkers to get shells that were originally harder to obtain the right matrix. Of course, besides this event, we are also continuously updating the shell system. In Season SS2, everyone will see this new content. First is the shell overhaul function. Before, it was difficult to get the shell you wanted, and it was also taking a lot of time and resources to craft shells. Because of this, we're adding another way for everyone to get their ideal shell faster. Hyperlinkers can now overhaul the matrix of a shell. Hyperlinkers can get these refining materials from the Grim Pursuit stages. Then, use them to refine the shell whose matrix they want to change. In addition to altering the matrix, hyperlinkers can also obtain the specific passive modules from special passive module chests. These modules directly replace the shell's passive effects.
That's awesome.
Yo, they finally did it, man. They finally listened. Yo, they actually listened, guys. Yo, guys, if you haven't been around the channel for a long time, right? Or not even, what am I saying? If you haven't been at the channel since when the game first came out, it was said by, shout out to RNJ. He was the first person that said it, and then I echoed that shit since he left or whatever. So the thing is, right, it costed so many coins, Etheria coins, and there's another currency I can't remember off the top of my head, but it costed so much currency to roll the correct passive that you wanted on your shell. So this is gonna change things because it was a pain. You could go through 3 or 4 million coins, right? And you know, still not get the passive you're looking for because there was no pity system or any other way to get it besides just RNG. But this is going to be a good way to just get directly the shell passive that you want. This is so good. I'm really happy about this. I think this is the thing I'm most happy about so far, right? But let's continue on.
Of module chests. These modules directly replace the shell's passive effects.
That's awesome. This will give hyperlinkers more chances to obtain the shell they need for various Animus builds. Will these features be implemented with the update at the start of SS2?
Of course. Besides functional updates, we've also created a system to add a little bit more fun to the game: shell projection. Hyperlinkers can go to the shell enhancement screen and use the projection feature to change the appearance of legendary quality shells. The items to change appearances are extra drops in the Grim Pursuit stages, on top of the original.
So basically, they added shinies. They added shinies to shells, so your shell can have a shiny look. So this is kind of similar to Wuthering Waves with the echoes. They had shiny echoes, right? That had a different skin. So this is really nice. So this is like an added bonus thing. So you can, you know, catch them all, I guess you could say, catch all the shells and all the different skins and stuff while you're grinding your shells in Grim Pursuit. So yeah, this is really nice. And also I want to also say that they did say that you can get those chests for the shell passives. I think they said it in for module farming, dream module farming. So yeah, that's really fire. So I'm sure they're obviously going to be giving them out through events and stuff like that, and you can obviously buy some through the shop, hopefully. But yeah, let's see.
Shell and material drops, and every legendary quality shell will have at least one corresponding projection item. Projection items will be automatically returned to the hyperlinker's inventory when the shell is inherited or salvaged, so you can use them without worry.
That was a lot of talking. Let's take a short breather. We have a special gift code that is on the screen right now. Write it down and redeem it in-game.
Etheria
Now, let's get back to the
SS2.
program. Chris, come and introduce some more new content.
Alright, let's talk about something that will get everyone excited. In the past, our limited time events like Blessings Galore and Wishbinder Gift were only announced the week they started. However, I will reveal the complete calendar for.
Oh my god, guys, the devs have listened to me once again. Besides the shell passive thing, they've listened to me again. I said from day one. I even said it in the I even messaged them saying that it would be good if they had a event calendar so we know what's coming, right? For like the ×2 drop rates, we can plan and we can manage our stuff. So this is really nice. So as you can see here, so on the 4th of December, we're getting low on new season celebration, candy party, cyber shadows, infinity train, right? Then 11th, then it says Wishbinder event, blessings galore, Chaco treasure hunt, shell story, cage rumble season. That's when season 2 is gonna start. Then the 18th, module forge. Okay, that's a nice one. Mark that in your calendars. Module forge on the 18th. Dazzler Pulse Champions Call. Okay, New Year's event. So there's gonna be a New Year's event. Okay. And then on the 1st of, I believe on the 1st of January, we're getting a Messiah rerun event. That's very interesting. A Messiah rerun event. Then blessings galore. Okay. And then the 15th of January, that's when we're getting that mysterious character who shows coming back. I'm definitely gonna come back and get some copies of on her rerun. Chaku Rings Adventure. Okay. Wishbinder, Dazzle Pulse. So this is really nice. So yeah. Key things here for me personally is the module forge, shell lab, and the blessings galore times this, where we get the ×2 drop rates. So I think this is going to be really nice as you can manage and min-max your resources accordingly. So this is really fire.
Season SS2 right now.
Wow, what a clear event.
With the
all the way into 2026.
Running from the end of December to the beginning of January 2026. During the event, hyperlinkers can complete a.
I just must say that is nice, but I hope it isn't just a one-time thing and they keep it up. So So in January we're gonna get February and March's event or schedule, right? So I hope they keep it up so we always get that foresight of 2 months in advance, right? Because like with Raid Shadow Legends, which is the direct competitor for this game, they get like foresight with events and things that are coming up, right? I'm not too knowledgeable about Raid, so I don't know if it's 1 month foresight or 2 months foresight or more than that they get. But yeah, I'm glad that they're finally giving us this feature to see what's coming.
Series of event missions and buy exclusive New Year's cosmetics in the shop. Please look forward to the official announcements for
Treasure Hunt?
Yep, Chaku Treasure Hunt is a new limited time event.
Okay, so we're finally getting new events. This is something I also told the devs to do. I did say we needed new events because the current like rotation of events is kind of getting boring to do. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we've done this before, or we've done this 100 times. Give us something different. And they are thinking outside the box, giving us cool and different things to do. So W devs there.
During the event, Chaku will open up his digital treasure.
Ooh, and before I just gotta pause what Chris is saying. Yo, we got a perfect lattice here, so that's fire.
Trove. Hyperlinkers will be able to get a ton of
hold
during the
up.
event. Chaku will open.
Hold the phone. So this is the dices, right? But I believe this right here is the shell passive thing. So we're also gonna get that from events, like I said. So events, logins, shop purchases. I hope you can, besides like the cash shop or exchanging it for Hydra crystals, I hope you can like buy it with like in the arena shop as well, right? Or the RTA shop or the tournament shop, right?
Open up his digital treasure trove. Hyperlinkers will be able to get a ton of enhancement materials from this event. Hyperlinkers can accumulate keys, confirm their reward items in the encrypted zone, and then use the multiplier keys in the cipher zone to increase the number of rewards.
That sounds like an amazing event.
Yeah, this sounds good.
Besides daily events, we also want to try and bring a more relaxed and fun atmosphere to the Apex arena. The dev team is currently preparing a limited Summit Arena event mode. Matches in this mode won't affect your ranked score, and you can complete your Battle Pass missions through this. The first phase of the event is expected to go live in the update at the end of December. In future events, the dev team will try to add more fun battlefield rules. In the November update, we implemented the Ethernet Rally raid function, which got great reviews. Next, we'll introduce more of the optimization content we'll be implementing in Season SS2.
First up is the hard mode of Ember Trek. Hyperlinkers who have already cleared the regular stages can now claim rewards from the minor enemy levels, only needing to challenge the elite and boss stages.
Next is a gameplay optimization.
Hold up.
Only needing to challenge the regular stages can now claim mode of Ember Trek. Hyperlinkers who have already cleared the regular stage.
Okay, so they finally fixed what I said was a problem with their changes to the Ember Trek, right? So they changed the Ember Trek. So originally, right, at the start of the game, if you guys aren't veteran like me, so originally at the start of the game, you had to play through all the floors for Ember Trek, normal and hard mode, and that took hours, right? Obviously, you could do this over time. I think you had a couple of weeks to do it, but it was still a lot of time, right? And many people like myself, we sat down and we do it all in one sitting. So it was a lot. Then they made an improvement in the patch notes where you could just skip the normal stage, like all the normal side of the tower or Ember Trek, right? All the normal floors of Ember Trek you could instantly skip and go right to hard. But then from hard mode you had to play all the stages yourself. So I would criticize this and told the devs that they should allow a feature for you to skip the hard mode stages as well if you already beat it up to a point that you were able to beat obviously on your own manually, right? So they did do that in a way. So you do only have to fight the boss or the elite. I think they said the boss or the elite stages.
Stages can now claim rewards from the minor enemy levels, only needing to challenge the elite.
Yeah, so you only have to do the elite and boss stages, which is like fair enough, right? So you don't have to sit there for hours, or not hours because they did make that change. So you don't have to play through the normal stages, but at least like an hour of sitting there playing through all this. So a good quality of life, because we're already spending a ton of time, right, farming, and it's a huge time sink. So this is really good to, you know, reduce the amount of time we have to stay on this game, because the less time that we have to spend on the game, the better, and the more willing people will be to play this game alongside other games. Because a big barrier of entry for this game is people are scared of the time investment required and the time investment necessary to compete in this game. And this game is a PvP centric game. PvP is the end game. So with that being said, this is going to be a really good way for people to get in there and not have to mindlessly or lifelessly play the game 24/7. So this is really, really good. I'm really happy. This is the second thing I'm really happy about. The third thing was obviously the new event we're getting. Obviously they listen, they're taking my feedback and taking you guys' feedback, so I'm really, really happy.
And boss stages.
Next is a gameplay optimization. Phantom Theater will now support a quick complete function. Once the battle score reaches
Thank you, man. Thank you. Because bro, you be here for time, bro. You be in here for time. So I'm glad that they're like I said, they're minimizing the time you have to spend on content that takes way too long. So this is really, really good.
As long as both hyperlinkers agree, you can quickly end the battle and claim your rewards.
That's great. I can finish my dailies much quicker now.
The Infinity Train feature will also be getting an auto-select card feature. During the run, on the first card selection screen, if you click auto-select, the system will automatically select the highest rarity cards for you.
Okay, so if that's true, by this function, you don't have to manually, not even manually, because there is an auto feature for this Infinity Train, but you have to manually select the cards, right? Or that's what you had to do. So with this, right, you could just walk away, you know, cook some food, you know, do what you want to do, go hang out with your boys, right? Or your gals. We're inclusive on this channel, right? And then come back, and then all your infinity runs are done, right? You've done your run. So this is really, really nice.
The dev team has optimized the module overhaul function. Now, after selecting your filter conditions for recycling, you can save these conditions as a template. You can even share these saved filter templates with other hyperlinkers. It's much more convenient.
This is really
This
good.
feature is still in development, but it will be added to the game with an update in the middle of SS2.
There's still one more feature related to gear, but it's still in development and will be online by the end of December. This is the new loadout folder saving function. After playing for so long, hyperlinkers have saved more and more loadouts. Sometimes you have to scroll for a long time to find one that you saved a while ago. With this loadout folder, you can customize your own loadout categories or name them after an animus to better organize all of your sets.
With this feature, I can finally clean up all of my loadout lists.
Okay, so what this means is basically you have a loadout categories. So there'll be titles for these categories. So in Lily, for example, you'll have, let's say you have like let's say you have 5 different loadouts for Lily. So when you click the Lily one, you'll see all 5 of them only pertaining to Lily. If you click another one, or Holden, you'll have, let's say you have 10 for him. Then you click Holden, you'll have 10 for him. Or if it doesn't even have to be for a character that's specific, you could title one PvP, right? Let's say PvP bruiser gear or something, I don't know, and then you have a bunch of PvP bruiser gear, so like things like that. So it's going to be making the quality of life much better. So yeah, this is really, really good.
Next is an optimization for the enhancement screen. Many hyperlinkers gave feedback that while separating the white and green stat values on the animus screen is clear, it's a hassle to have to add them up yourself. Currently, we are preparing a button that will merge it and display the total value. Hyperlinkers can just click this button on the enhancement screen to combine the stats.
Yeah, I think that's much better than having to add yourself. But yeah, that's really good.
This feature will be implemented right at the start of season SS2. There's one more issue that hyperlinkers have brought up: post-battle statistics. The dev team has seen the feedback and are currently developing this feature. Because the amount of data we need to filter is quite large, it will still take some time before this feature is ready. Please keep an eye on our official news for the specific related updates.
Wow, that was quite the update from us. However, that's all the preview content we have for today. Etheria.
Okay, so yeah, that's about everything that they've covered for season 2 for Etheria Restart. And man, yeah, they have, you know, relit that spark under me, because like I have made, you guys can look at the videos, I have made so many videos talking about things I want to see. I've made several, like 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 videos talking about, you know, things they need to do to improve, things we need to see, you know, to start to, you know, prevent players from leaving, because other games are coming out. Like games are coming out next month, games are coming out January, you know, so, and the month after that and the month after that. So there's always going to be competition, and even the games that are already out, they're already competition as you know. So it's important to constantly improve and constantly give the players what they want if it makes sense. Because you know, I spoke with Sturby, shout out to Sturby, really good creator for Etheria, and we were talking about how listening to the players isn't always a good thing. If the devs listen to players too much, then they can lose focus of the goals and where they want the game to be, as well as games that always listen to players 100% of the time end up EOSing, and we don't want that to happen for Etheria. So it's about maintaining a balance, and I feel like they've hit the balance quite well here. Big issues that were bothering a lot of people, myself included, have been answered and addressed and fixed completely. Because another thing is, people say, oh, they fix these issues, but they don't fix them completely. But they have completely attacked the issue directly with the shell passives. Especially for me personally, that was my biggest gripe with the game. But I'm really happy. It's a good time to be an Etheria fan. Let me know what you guys think of the season 2 patch notes, and what you thought of the talk overall. And what are you most excited for coming into the new season 2? So with that, take care and peace, guys.